Hello, everybody. This is Deb Chanel, 48th World, viewpoint on the X Files, Season 10, Episode 3. And it's titled Mulder and Scully Meet the Were Monster. I don't know what that's all about. And I have my daughter here helping me out, co hosting with me to review this episode. What I have to tell you, Mulder and Scully did not carry the show. They had five other characters that were quite hilarious on the show. I don't know what happened to them because I was ready to cut the camera off myself and say, "Oh, director, what are you doing?" Because it has nothing to do with the X Files, and I was just disappointed with this particular episode. Mulder was seemed like he was having a midlife crisis. He didn't know if he wanted to believe in the show or not, and that they had come back and everything was already solved, or I don't know what the hell what was going on with Mode. I really don't know because he made me sick. I want to just say, cut the TV off. I can't review this. I can't review this because Mode is usually my man, my go-to man. Just be ready to go find out what happened, how it happened. Got his already conspiracy theory mind going. See what he can try to uncover what the government is trying to do to us now. But I didn't get that this episode. He was just up in his chair and just like he was on his soapbox or something. And it's like he didn't care. I was like, what's going on with Mulder? What do you think, Chauncey?
Oh, it's on me. Okay, see, I have some lipstick on, but anyway, I didn't like it. It was boring. It was. I guess they was trying to go for comical, but it wasn't comical to me. It was just like next. And I actually looked up the what was it? The lizard. What was his
The horn lizard
The horn lizard.
monster.
And it's actually true. It is a horn lizard, but it's not in human form. It's actually a little critical thingy, reptilian thingy,
Reptilian?
whatever.
Mm.
Um, and I saw one that lives in Texas. So yeah, that's all I can say on that. But it's real, you guys, just not in human form.
But anyway, like I was saying, after watching Scully try to clown Mulder about, his whole demeanor on this particular show, I was like,
But I mean, Mulder, he kind of tried to see what was his purpose anyway, because he's getting these mixed emotions. Like from the first episode, he was so gun ho about it's aliens out there. Then turned around, well, no, it's not aliens, it's the government. Now he's like, what am I really chasing now?
his dream. No, but seriously, no. This was, I mean, it gave me nothing. On a scale of 1 to 10, he got a -3.
They ain't in the negatives. They just piss poor. They need to rewrite this and
I
make
know,
it better.
especially rewrite this episode because I was like,
It didn't even correlate with where they
everything was
left
just
off.
everywhere. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, where's the plot?
And
First of all,
then
where's the plot?
I got confused on the story of how the man became. Well, he said he was a lizard.
He
At
said he
first.
got he said he got bit by a human man. A human man bit him now.
So we're bringing in cannibalism. Okay.
I don't know what it was because how he was retelling it back. He was already a lizard,
Yeah, that's why I
and
got.
the man bit him, so that made him transform into a human.
So we're doing reversal roles, you guys.
Pretty
Reversal
much, pretty
roles.
much. But I mean, like I said, the five characters besides Mulder and Scully, because I mean, it usually be Scully that be sitting up there upsetting me, but she was just kind of like I could just put her up under the bed. She didn't need to be on top of the bed. She needed to be under the bed and trying to climb Mulder, and then I probably would have got a little chuckle here and there, but and then she was talking on the phone. Didn't you see how she was It's like her face wouldn't move.
Still face.
Yeah, and I'm like, did she have too much plastic surgery or what? Because she should have some movement in the cheek when when you're talking and stuff. And it's just like she could barely move her mouth. Like I'm like, well, what's going on?
And I didn't like how they tried to portray her as a little hoochie mama trying to jump up on the lizard.
I was like, of all, I mean, she should have did that with Tad O'Malley.
Yeah, that would have been, but come on.
But that was just so out of character, so how they say out of pocket. I didn't like it. Woo, totally thumbs down. But the only thing that saved them was the 5 characters, because I gotta holler at that animal catcher. He was just out there,
and he had on lipstick. What? He had on lipstick.
He was out there with his 2 little things to probably catch the animal or whatever, like they do for dog catchers or whatever, wild animals. And he was just sitting there trying to figure out. I mean, what was the whole thing? Everybody was having a midlife crisis during the show. He was questioning himself too.
Yeah, he said, "I'm done."
No, he was like, and he questioning his livelihood, his career, and probably his sexuality. I don't know what was going on with him and the little items he was holding in his hand, and then he was out there like he was in a crop field.
Like he was about to catch
And then he heard
but he was actually the monster.
No, he was.
Yes, he was.
No, the animal catcher. No, he just had like a dual personality.
No, but he was the one biting people. That's what they were saying. He was.
Oh yeah, at the end. Well, yeah, okay. At the end, but I was like, that was still stupid. That's why I forgot about that little plot that they threw in there, because I was like, the thing was, the sound of the holler was coming like from this way, and he just said what, and he ran that way like a Abbott and Costello type move. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying because I kind of went back on you. But anyway, he gave me total life. He kind of saved the show in an essence, because I was like, I couldn't even get a laugh off Mulder or Scully, because it was like, y'all just acting too ridiculous, and don't nobody gonna believe this. It was, I mean, like, go back to the drawing board, replay. But anyway, and then the horned lizard man, he looked like he was going through some trauma, because I didn't understand. I thought they were basically trying to interact with the lizard man, try to find out, how did he transform over, and he woke up like he had took on the personality of as a human being, and he started actually thinking like a human being. But it's like they were mocking us, because they said we are the poor creatures, because the only thing we do is just, it's a routine thing with us. We never break the cycle. It's getting a job, preparing for a mortgage,
then he said
family.
He have to, get some type of insurance or something.
I don't know what that nut was talking about, but I was like, wait a minute now. And then he said, "No, I got to get me a job. I had to come from being transformed as a lizard, living happy and free, carefree, and now I had to go be some person where they're lifeless. They get into this routine and they can't break the cycle. They're not happy. They're not, anything positive. They just work through life, work like little worker bees, and then they die. It's like he was trying to, mock human beings. They're like animals had the best resources and attitude about life, because they lived it so carefree. So I said, okay, I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this, but I still wasn't amused. I wasn't amused at all. I did like he named the dog Dagu, and then Scully was trying to steal it at the end. Ain't that some mess?
Well, she needed a friend.
Well, at least it wasn't nobody black. At least it was somebody white, but because they always show us black people stealing and minorities stealing, but she was creeping out with the dog, and I was like, kind of got like, was she gonna try to do something with the dog, or she just wanted the dog for a partner, for a friend, companion? Because this is how she looked. It gave me a tease, like she wanted to do something unnatural with the dog.
Okay, on that note,
I was reading too much into this episode, because it really wasn't giving me that. It wasn't giving me nothing. So, but that man with the old man with the drinking the rubbing alcohol, girl, what you thought about that? Because first I didn't know what he had. I didn't know what he had in that bottle. I was like, now wait a minute. Okay, he was sitting there trying to dab on his sore, his face, and then he turned the bottle up. I said, "Shut that's rubbing alcohol."
I didn't know what it was at first, and then when I actually saw him drink it, I was like, I had to look it up. I just need to know if can you die from drinking rubbing alcohol. And I mean, it said don't drink large amounts, but some people actually do drink rubbing alcohol. Alcohol.
I don't understand. I don't understand how they could, and they not like die on the spot or something, or burning their total esophagus and lungs straight out. But I guess it's not as potent as we really thought it could be.
But that's stuff that you put on sores and
You put it on mosquito bumps. It's trying to take the infection
my
out.
point. You taking the poison. Why would
But no, but
I
think about it.
digress.
When they're trying to numb you up, they use alcohol. Like, say, if you gotten hurt in the wild, or you wasn't where some sterile stuff was, and they use alcohol to sterilize it,
Yeah, the
sterilize the
man.
tools that you're using to operate on somebody, so they won't have an infection.
Okay, whatever you want to say, but it's just.
And then he was
I
going
digress.
around. I thought that was crazy. And y'all probably want to watch out for that when y'all go live in these. Well, not go live in them, but when you're traveling out of town, you have to stay in hotels or those motels when they're outside by the street.
What? Well,
Motels.
yeah.
Yeah. But y'all need to watch out for that, because the animal figurines that they had on the wall as a decoration, they actually were peepholes, and they were doors that they could open, and then you go out into this like hallway, and then you can just peep at any room that you wanted to take a look in to see what they were doing.
And
And
he was getting excited off of what was happening in the first room. Like,
but girl, he was drunk. He was drunk off the alcohol. He could no. No. And he was more fascinated with the lizard monster man. Remember?
mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all, this episode was crap. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Then we had the male prostitute transgender guy, and he said Moda had asked him something about did he smoke crack, and he said, "Yeah, I smoke crack." Like, what you gonna do about it? Woo. But
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say on this episode. It wasn't what I.
it was man turning into monster, and monster turning into man, trading
Pretty much.
identities, but both people feeling unhappy about the life they're in, but seem like the animalistic type world and behavior, they enjoyed themselves a little bit more better because they were free hearted, free spirited, and they didn't have anything to hold them down. Far as trivial, mundane type things that most humans in the world today tend to get trapped in. The normal, to the, what do you call it? Everyday normal living, and
Mm-hmm.
they forget about just basically standing still or sitting down and smelling the roses. Take life in as it comes.
Well, let's ask you guys. Did you get anything out of this episode? Because I just got a waste of my time for an hour. A waste
No.
of my doggone time for an hour.
Ooh, Lord. I was just hoping that after the 30 minutes that had passed quickly, would speed up and give me some excitement the latter 30 minutes, latter 30 minutes of the show, but it didn't resurrect itself. It just died, just gave birth, flopped, and died. I can't do anything else with this review. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell several friends, and we'll see you next video next week for the next X Files review.
I hope it's better than this one.
I know, because I might not come out. I might just say, look, this is episode 10. No,
No,
season
season
10,
10.
episode 4.
She's so messed
And
up she can't
I
even get
thought,
the top
because
of
it
her
was
head.
nothing. It gave me nothing. I kind of got to hype myself up to even talk about it. I'm like, I wrote down, then Mulder was sitting there laid flat in the cemetery after drinking. I was like, no, this is too much. So that's all I have, you guys, for this episode. Like I said, it didn't give me anything, didn't have much to work with, didn't laugh a lot, didn't get a good chuckle in my side. So we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless.
Trying,
Bye.
trying to get the camera right, y'all.
Bye.